Hey guys, what's up and welcome to Quality Shot Tennis. Today we've got the Australian Open. We are back for slam season. I'm excited. Let me know if you guys are excited as well. To watch some tennis, we got ANDREEVA versus BOUZKOVA. And then also right after this on the same court, so probably like 10 or 15 minutes after the match, I will be streaming Nishikori versus Thiago Monteiro. Nishikori coming off a final in a lead-up event, so that should be good too. But this one, we got the youngster taking on BOUZKOVA, who's been as high as, I think, top 25 in the world. Very good in doubles. So it should be a great match. Both very good players. And let me know who you think is going to win. Yeah, she's been number 24 in the world, has BOUZKOVA, and ANDREEVA is currently, I think, sitting inside the top 20. Is that correct? She's got to be up there at this point. Yeah, career high singles ranking number 15. There you go. Number 15 in the world, and she is only 17 years old. So rising star. How's it going, Joseph from Down Under, Australia, where we are playing. BOUZKOVA is going to serve first. Let me know if the audio is okay. Let me know if the audio is okay, please. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Sorry about that, guys. I think I clicked something on my mouse. I'm still getting used to the new, I have a new laptop that I'm using this with. So that's just trying to figure out exactly what happened there. But we should be all good. That was just a misclick on my mouse. All right, so it's raining here in Melbourne. We'll probably get it soon. Hopefully not. I hope not. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and whatever else. This is going to be my second stream of 2025, I believe, because I did Rybakina versus Swiatek, which was a very good match. First set was incredible. Head-to-head here is 0-0. Players are warming up. We are going to get started soon. Comment down your predictions. I'm going to go with I'm going to say that Mira Andreeva gets it done in straight sets. One of the sets is going to go 7-5. I'll say like 6-2, 7-5 Mira. 6-2, 7-5 for Andreeva. That's my prediction. Let me know what you guys think. And again, after this one, we will have Nishikori. But I'm excited that we're back at the slams. Good time. Go for 3 in a row. We'll see if she's able to do that or not. But the Mira Andreeva, something to look out for, had a huge win here over Jabeur last year. I bageled on Jabeur. A few other good wins as well. And obviously, in a lead-up tournament, she beat Jabeur as well. So she is Jabeur's ops at the moment. First serve is a winner from BOUZKOVA, 15-love. Australian Open is officially underway. It's the first Australian Open match that we're doing for the channel, too. Mira in 3. Okay, I got Mira in 2, but we'll see. Hey, how's it going, Chica? Hi, Anthony Benoit. Happy New Year. Yeah, happy 2025, everybody. Especially if you guys weren't here during the Robakta Swiatek stream that we did. Good to see you. Let me know what you guys have been up to. I've been busy, honestly. I've been up to a few different things that have been pretty fun. 15 all. Commentators are talking about conditions in Melbourne. I'm going to listen in real quick. They say that you get a lot of variation in conditions in Melbourne, which is interesting. And also that they don't think that it's going to be particularly hot today. Joseph, that might go back to your point that it's cloudy and might be a little bit colder there than maybe some of their hotter days for sure. That's going to be an unforced error from the racket of BOUZKOVA. So it is 15-30. Once again, the head-to-head is 0-0. Andreeva will have a 0-0 head-to-head against most players, really, or at least like a 1-0 head-to-head because she's so new to the tour. Backhand of BOUZKOVA goes to the forehand of Andreeva. Ooh, that's a big shot inside out. Mira Andreeva likes that one. 15-40. Forehand of Andreeva. Oh, that's a big forehand. What a shot from Andreeva. She gets to 1-0. Since I saw Mira, since I saw Mira play the Australian Open girls singles final back in whatever year she played that against Korneva, I was like this, but I thought both of them played insane. Like I thought both of them were playing unreal. She actually lost that final, but I was like, I'm going to keep an eye on both of these players for the future. And then when I saw Mira in Madrid with her kind of breakthrough or small little breakthrough that she had, her breakthrough before her real breakthrough was the French Open semis last year, I guess. But when she really kind of showed herself to the tennis world as a whole, where people found out about her, she just, I don't know. She looks insane to me. She's so mechanically solid and she just seems so complete. She has just a great head on her shoulders, to say the least. So yeah, she's the real deal. I have her as a future world #1 in my eyes all day. I don't think she's just a future world #1. I think she could even be much more than that, but we'll see. But I got big hopes, so see what happens. Right now, she's playing the first round of Australian Open 2025 with 0 slams, number 15 in the world, still trying to build her way up, and right now she's focused on the point ahead of her, the game ahead of her, the match ahead of her, and BOUZKOVA on the other side. Volley put away down the line, 15 all. Her serve has really improved. Mira. Been watching tennis, eating ice cream, and reading. Hell yeah. Yeah, reading is fun. I've been actually rereading the Harry Potter series for the first time, which is which has been fun. I read those books I really loved as a kid. So backhand goes out from Mira, 1530. Been trying to read like some tennis books as well, and I'm reading this book about I'm reading some fun books. I'm reading as well. Joseph, I don't know if you've heard of this tennis company named Intense, but I did some commentary for them where I was able to provide some live commentary alongside Alex Gruskin, who sometimes does podcasts with Gil Gross for that. So that was a lot of fun. Great opportunity. And that's just a super fun format because it doesn't play under the same rules as tennis. It is tennis. It's literally tennis on a tennis court, but they just play under different rules. Like you only get one serve. There are no lets. So yeah, that was a lot of fun to do. I was partnering alongside Cracked Rackets for a Intense. So that was outside of Quality Shot Tennis, but that was super fun. I released a podcast today for Quality Shot Tennis, new tennis era podcast that you guys can check out as well. What else? I've been working, which is always fun. I started college for the first time. Late arriver to starting college, but I didn't know if I was ever even going to go, but I really like it so far, which is good. Been writing. It's been fun. Stuff's been good. I'm excited to get back to watching tennis. Really ease back into it. Not that there was any kind of off season, but forehand goes to the back end of Bouskova down the line, forehand of Andreeva, goes to the forehand of Bouskova, forehand of Andreeva down the line, goes to the back end of Bouskova, back end Andreeva, cross court. What a shot. Great depth and great angles. That's a forehand drive volley. Ooh, Bouskova had the back end lined up, but she got overexcited. She was like, man, I actually have a play at this. Because Mira kind of mishit the drive volley. It wasn't put away the way that she was trying to put it away. I mean, that could have been a good pass, but she really, I don't know. She probably should have just put a lob up or maybe just like went at the feet of Andreeva a little bit lighter. But to hit a hard pass, that's a shot you're going to make maybe 1 out of 5 or 6 times. And that's not a great percentage if you know math. So Mira is not broken back yet. Forehand of Mira goes to the forehand of Bouskova. Bit of a rally here. Forehand down the line. Backhand Bouskova sliced. Good depth on that. Backhand cross court. Great level right now. Oh, backhand cross court. Mira with a drop shot. Forehand cross court. Mira's fast, but those young legs, she still can't get to that one. It's advantage to Bouskova. She's quick, but she's not that quick. Great rally. That backhand cross court was a beauty. Like I said, Bouskova's great at doubles. You see that with some of those angles. Angles are kind of key in doubles. That was really a fantastic backhand. Mira could have hit an around the net shot there. She opted for a drop shot. I was just talking about percentage play, and now I'm saying that she should have went around the net. So that just shows where my head's at. She picked the right shot, but that was too good from Bouskova. Advantage to Bouskova here. Second game. Break point. Yet another one for the Czech player. One of like 300 Czech players on tour. What a squash shot. What a volley. The level is so good already. Hell of a point. Couple of fantastic points. Memorable. As Mira shows off her racket skills with a squash shot, but Marie Bouskova shows off why she's killed it at the doubles court. She's on a singles court right now, but she's not doing too bad. 1-1. Good stuff. Still a crazy first-round match for either player. Exactly, Chica. But there's so many crazy first-round matches. It was a passing shower, plenty of thunder. Okay, that's good, though. There's so many good first-round matches. It's insane. On men's and women's. Fonseca Rublev is a freaking first-round match on the men's side. On the women's side, there's so many, too. But it's crazy. It's really fun. I think Goff versus Kenin, right? So many good first rounds. Back end drop shot. Good. Ooh, Mira was there in no time. She's going to want that one back. Not really an important point, but it's important for momentum because Bouskova now retains momentum. People, I'll say things sometimes like, you only really understand momentum in tennis if you've played tennis, but I don't know. It's really important. It's really important. It's like tempo in chess. You don't really get it unless you play. Backhand goes out for Mira Andreeva. Because it's like this. It's like, to me, it's like tennis is like a machine, right? I'll try to do my weird analogy during the game break, but during the changeover. But momentum is very important. Bouskova now with very, very, very early momentum. Serve out wide is a winner. It's not an ace, but it is a winner. 40 love. Let me know who you guys, let me know a hot take with this Australian Open. Give me a hot take with what you think is going to go down in this AO. Who's going to win it? What's going to be an upset? Give me some hot takes, some opinion that you have about how this is going to play out. Because I know everybody watching has some opinion. Something. Back in cross court, the back end of Bouskova comes to net. Not a good approach. That volley, it's in the net. Not a good approach. Not good enough. 40-15. Mira doesn't really, her forehand is great. Her backhand is great. You can't really come in off a bad approach shot to either side because you're going to get smoked. Forehand of Bouskova goes to the forehand of Andreeva. Backhand down the middle, forehand of Andreeva in the net. 2-1 for Bouskova. Joseph, what books have you been reading, and any good matches so far that you've watched this year? Link to see live, ESPN Plus. That's where I'm watching. Let me go down on the scoreboard here. It's my Achilles heel with streaming. I'm always forgetting to go down the score so it's visible like this. All right, here we go. Cool. Hell yeah. Sweet. All right, cool. That looks better. Hot take, Kyrgios will troll us. Wow, what a take. Steaming hot. Coco and Kenan, OMG. I know. It's insane. What time is it over in the America? It's exceptionally late here. It's 7:26, so it's going to be late when, like, the main matches happen. Like, that's 3 a.m. That's 3 in the morning. It's literally the middle of the morning. Prime time Australia is middle of the morning. Start of the day, it's still very, very doable. It's almost perfect. If only the primetime matches were also at 7 o'clock. That would be way better. That'd be way better. I'm trying out these Bluetooth headphones for the first time, but they make when I'm speaking and commentating, they're making the audio of my voice sound weird to me. So I'm going to change headphones real quick because this is not really working for me. But I will stay right here. It's 2-1 for Bouskova, early stages. All right, cool. Yeah, that's way better. Those headphones, it was hard for me to commentate. Haven't read tennis books lately. What kind of books have you been reading? Anything is fine. We don't need to talk about tennis. We can completely shift the stream to something else. What's to say that it's about tennis? Oh, because the name of the channel is Quality Shot Tennis. Well, whatever. I mean, Quality Shot novels. It's fine. At least for like a minute. 30 love for Andreeva. Totally joking, because that is not the point of the channel. Hell of a backhand strike. Her backhand is the thing that impressed me first when I saw her play. I was like, this girl has a backhand. Although, to be fair, I said the same thing about Amanda Anisimova, and I thought she was going to win multiple majors, and now where is she? I don't really know. She still could arrive. I really hope she does, because her talent is insane. But I hope the same thing doesn't happen with Andreeva. But Andreeva is just, she's different. That goes out from Andreeva, so 30-15. First round encounter in Melbourne. I'm excited for Nishikori too. I'm just excited to watch him. That's such a throwback watching Nishikori in Australia. I remember watching Nishikori take on Rafa, I think, in Australia a long time ago, like 2013 or something. That goes in the net. So 40-15 for Mira. And if you are just joining in, these two have never played before. Mira Andreeva at a career high of number 15 in the world. Bouskova has been as high as number 24. She is not seeded, though, at the moment. Mira Andreeva is the 14th seed. Forehand of Andreeva goes to the forehand of Bouskova. Forehand of Andreeva down the line. Goes to the backhand of Bouskova. Cross court. Backhand of Andreeva. Goes to the backhand of Bouskova down the line. Forehand of Andreeva. Goes to the forehand of Bouskova. Bit of a rally here. Backhand Bouskova. Cross court. Goes to the backhand of Andreeva. Deep in the court. Great depth from Andreeva, hitting the ball very well. That's a little bit shorter, though. Ooh, Andreeva nearly with a great get, but despite her great stretch, the ball does not go over the net. I'm excited. My take for this Australian Open is that I think that Alcaraz has a very good Australian Open, and I think that Goff is going to win the Australian Open for the ladies' side. That's my take. Those are a couple of my takes. I'm backing Coco. I think it's Coco's year. I think it's Coco's year. I think she's going to win more than one slam. Come away from 2025 as a 3+ major champion and look pretty good. We'll see if it happens. But that's my prediction. Drop shot in the net from Mira. Just seems to be experimenting at the moment. Just feeling out her game. She's at deuce. Reading a book about a British guy who volunteered for French Foreign Legion, U.S. That sounds interesting. Love it. Hello, how's it going, Marina? Appreciate you joining in. Only listen to audiobook these days, which is pretty fab. Nice. I might go ahead and try it. I always like things that are on paper more. Like I like the personal nature of books and writing on paper and stuff. So I think I just prefer that. And also it brings me back to reading as a kid and stuff and writing as a kid. But yeah, I might try out audiobooks. That's pretty cool. That's Mira rocks a forehand, but that goes out. So she gets down break point. She goes from being up a break to potentially being down a break, which in tennis math, that means that you've been broken twice. The Czech player currently trying to not checkmate Andreeva, but at least put her in check, put the king in danger. Forehand inside out is very good. Deuce. Thank you guys for joining in for this woman's first round encounter. Deuce here, great play from Andreeva. I'm not sure about women's winner. Hard to beat Saba, I think. No, it's definitely fair. I mean, she won last year's tournament without dropping a set. But I will mention that match against Goff was a memorable one. Goff was very close in that first set, and the second set was very close too. So I would just mention that. But I think, yeah, I mean, it's hard. I don't think it's impossible, though. I think it's hard. I don't think it's impossible. But Sabalenka is a safe pick, and it's a good one. I just have a good feeling about Goff coming in. She's got to be confident. She's got to be confident. She's got to be hungry for another slam. I tell you what, I would be. Knowing she just won WTA finals, only has one slam to her resume. She wants to get another one. That goes out from Mira. So, deuce, never-ending game because neither player seems particularly enthusiastic about winning it. First serve missed from Mira. Second serve now. Forehand of Mira. Great, well redirected down the line. Forehand cross court from Bouzkova. Goes to the forehand of Mira. Cross court. Forehand of Bouzkova. It's the forehand of ANDREEVA. Forehand rally. It's a forehand way up high. Backhand cross court. What a strike. Backhand slice. Great defense, though. Level is extremely high as Bouzkova hits a little bit short and almost gets away with it with a pass, but not quite. She can't go that short on defense, Bouzkova. She can't go that short on defense. She's got good touch, Bouzkova, where she can sometimes, hit a good drop shot or slice or kind of use the crafty angles, but she can't defend and just hit that short of a shot. It's got to be high IQ. It's got to be deep in the court. That was not. Advantage to Mira. 18-shot rally, longest in the match so far. Forehand chip. It's the forehand of ANDREEVA, backhand Bouzkova. Ooh, just out down the line. There are no challenges. In 2025, what are challenges? We don't know what that is. We're back to challenges. What is that? Because I think only Roland Garros is the only tournament that does not have challenges. That has challenges, I should say. Or I don't know. Actually, I don't think they even have challenges. I think they're just doing the umpire goes down and checks the lines, right? But they're the only tournament that doesn't have automatic Hawkeye and line calling this year. Every other tournament does. Even Wimbledon gave in. They were the last tournament to give in. I don't think Roland Garros has yet. They are the outlier at the moment. Berrettini and Norrie, insane. I mean, Norrie is going to get smoked. No, I mean, Cameron Norrie is just finished. It's going to be like 6-2, 6-3, 6-1 or something. 15 love for Bouzkova at 2 games apiece. Berrettini's got that in the bag. That's not a popcorn match. That's like showing up for a funeral. Berrettini's got that. 15 love for Bouzkova at 2-all. Serve into the net. Second serve. Forehand of ANDREEVA goes to the backhand of Bouzkova. Backhand of ANDREEVA down the line. Forehand of Bouzkova. Just a little bit too short on defense from Bouzkova at the moment. Forehand of ANDREEVA, but ANDREEVA hitting great shots and then hitting errors wide. So both players playing well, but still with some improvements that I think we'll see as the match goes on a little bit. So that's what tennis does. You see what you need to improve. What patterns work best for you. Serve from Bouzkova. Czech player serving to the Russian. ANDREEVA hits a forehand to the backhand of Bouzkova. What a shot from Mira. Bouzkova's on it though. Oh, Mira throws her racket. I don't really blame her because she goes right to Bouzkova at the net. I mean, that's the last place you want to go. I mean, she had the whole other side open. No reason to do that. Just a brain fart, honestly, because there's no other explanation. Bouzkova stayed in it though. That was good from Bouzkova. Mira still can. You can still see Mira or throwing her racket around, but that's fine. That's very common with a lot of young players too, because they're particularly emotionally vulnerable. I like they're more just openly emotional. Just young people in general are. particularly when you're have all the eyes and pressure on you with the crowd of people watching you for the first time in your life, and you're trying to win a physical match in a really tough sport all by yourself. It kind of makes sense that you might whack this stick that you're holding to try to win. It's not rocket science. (40-30) game point for BOUZKOVA. Shelton and Nakashima. That's good. Shelton Nakashima is very good. Nakashima is a hell of a player. That's going to be a great match. I have that one down as a popcorn. I think Shelton's got it, though. He hasn't been performing that well, though, recently. Like, very recently, he's had a couple of puzzling matches. Backhand for a pass. BOUZKOVA's on it with a volley. Great stuff from BOUZKOVA. Impressive. Can it sustain is the question from BOUZKOVA, and not like, oh, can this incredible level sustain? I mean, like, can she find ways to keep playing the points that she wants to play, or can Mira figure her out and see what she needs to do to win this match? Because there are a lot of routes that Mira can take to win this match. I was gonna say about tennis and momentum. I don't know if this will make any sense, but it's like a machine in a factory, like doing the same thing over and over again. It goes by like a certain rhythm, right? You go by a certain rhythm, right? And you get into that rhythm, and then the machine is working smoothly, right? You're hitting a ball back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's tennis. You're hitting a ball back and forth. You're getting into a certain rhythm. If even something very small breaks up the rhythm, not how you're expecting or how you want to, or if something, there's a cog in the machine, then who knows what's going to happen. Even though the machine was working amazingly, if there's just a little cog, that can have a lot of impacts. Or it can, there could be a cog and then you just get rid of it. But it's a lot about momentum, rhythm, confidence, and just being mentally on it and locked in, and just like stable, like you know what you're doing and what your game plan is, and that if something's just a little bit off, you can start just missing forehands or just a little bit out or way out. It really depends on the player too, but momentum is key because it's about the flow of the game and how you're hitting the ball back and forth. If something just a little bit breaks up that momentum and your confidence, then suddenly the way you're hitting the ball, it's very hard to explain if you don't play, but the way you're hitting the ball, you can get out of this kind of mental groove that you're in to hit the ball to the best of your abilities and the most effective functionalities of how you're hitting. You can start hitting out and really bad unforced errors, for example. That's a hell of a forehand winner from Mira ANDREEVA, stepping in, 15 love. See if she has something to prove here. But that's kind of my thought. I worked in a factory. I know about that. I did not work in a factory. I do not know about that, but I'm hoping that was a decent analogy. I think it was. Monfils and Giovanni. That one's crazy, but Fonseca Rublev is like 3 times better than any other first round match. That one is amazing because I really don't know who's going to win. I feel really 50-50, and their careers could not be like Rublev's been on tour now he's been a name that everybody knows since 2019. It's like 6 years. Fonseca is so new. Like, he's new now. Like, he just arrived. So the fact that it's 50-50 between a guy that's been number 4 or 5 in the world, I think, and number 5, and a Fonseca is like awesome. Like, that's a cool thing. So it's going to show us a lot about Fonseca. It's going to show us a lot about Rublev. I think there's going to be a lot of emotion shown either way and passion, and we're going to see great shots because those are both very, very, very talented players. I was just talking to Faison earlier. I think Rublev, we think that Rublev is a player that hasn't really lived up to his talent standards. I think if his mentality was a little bit better, he could have, he has a slam finalist ceiling, maybe, if not higher, but at least that. And he just hasn't even reached a semi. Forehand of Mira drove away down the middle, 40-15. This guy's Anthony Hirsch here commentating. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. There's also a new podcast out, New Tennis Era podcast that I do weekly. Yeah, Anthony Hirsch. You can see my username where you can follow me right below my name, Anthony's_tennis, if you want to see my takes on tennis and other stuff. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. It's 40-15, 2-3. Forehand cross court goes to forehand Mira, back end of BOUZKOVA, goes to the forehand of Mira, back end BOUZKOVA, goes to the back end of ANDREEVA, down the line, forehand of BOUZKOVA. That's going to go out. 3 games apiece. here. Any new people on streams this year? Yeah, Joseph, new guy Colby, who I've been helping out. He seems to be he's cool, and I hope that you guys show him the love. Been helping him out, nice guy. Particularly interested in men's tennis, but the way the channel is, I'm sure he'll get a introduction more so into WTA as well, and which is always great. And yeah, he's great. I think that he's a great thing for the channel. So he's new. I don't think we have anybody else yet, although there are people in talks to join the channel. So I think I'll be like, yeah, it's cool. All right, 3 games apiece. We go from early stages to mid stages, or potentially late stages if somebody wins 3 games in a row. Who knows? Forehand of Mira down the line, back into Bouskova. Goes to the forehand of Mira. Back into Bouskova. That's in the net. Love 15. I still feel pretty confident that Mira's got this, honestly. Bouskova's done well to this point, but Mira has a way, way, way higher ceiling, I feel, than Bouskova. And that's going to make the difference at the end of the day. Because Mira is going to get to the ceiling, and Bouskova is going to be left behind closer to the floor. Second serve from Bouskova. Backhand of Andreeva goes to the backhand of Bouskova. Forehand of Andreeva. The backhand of Bouskova going backhand to backhand, but that's a backhand down the line, redirected quite well. It's love 30. Love 30. Good stuff. Good stuff. Joseph, you're gonna be my my guy telling me what's going on weather-wise down Australia. Because that's you're gonna be my forecaster. Because I don't, or you're gonna be telling me what's the vibe, and I don't know. If you can let me know the general what you think's going on, that would be great. Even though I know that you're not right there where they're playing in Melbourne, but half joking. If not more than half. Forehand of Andreeva, forehand of Bouskova, forehand of Andreeva goes to the backhand of Bouskova, hits the net, backhand slice on Andreeva. So backhand of Bouskova down the line, forehand of Andreeva. Pretty short. Bouskova can't attack the backhand. It's a very poor shot from Bouskova. Love 40. Just awkward the way she hit it too. Just almost coming like going down on the ball, but she was yeah, it's not good. Love 40. It's just a weird, ugly shot. Love 40. 3 break points for Andreeva. Backhand of Andreeva down the line goes to the forehand of Bouskova. Forehand of Andreeva down the line. I mean, just incredible placement from Andreeva. Forehand inside out, backhand volley. Forehand. No, that's put away from Andreeva, and Andreeva loves it. 4-3. Hell yeah. Great play from the youngster. The young Russian gets to 4-3. Up a break in the first set. Good stuff. Raining again. Damn it. Dang it. Joseph, tell it to stop. Okay. Yeah, but she's only 17. What is the rush? Yeah, but she's only 17. What is the rush? Yeah. Bouskova will chase down every ball. She might not powerful shots, but she can grind people down. That's true. But listen, Mira's fast too. Andreeva's quick. She's quick, which is kind of obvious because she's not tall as hell, and she's 17 and she plays tennis, so she's got to be pretty fast, right? But she's fast, and she's I don't know. She's improving in a lot of different aspects. That serve last year was her. To me, that was the big improvement she needed to make, and I feel like she's already gotten way better in that regard. So I don't know. I remember when I first saw Mira Andreeva play in Madrid That's actually not when I first saw her, but when I saw her play in Madrid that year, when she broke through and got to either the round 16 or quarterfinals, whatever it was, I remember saying on one of my very first videos that I posted in terms of tennis, I said, this girl is going to win something like 16 Grand Slams. We'll see if that ages poorly, in very poorly, very, very, very poorly, or if it ages like somewhat well. But I was just very impressed. I think she was like 15 at the time. Yeah, because I think she turned 16 that week. Pretty sure. Almost positive. Because, yeah, her birthday is like end of April, and Madrid is usually end of April. Rome is like first week of May. So I'm pretty sure. It's a bit of rain. I think they're. Umpire is currently talking to, I guess, the tournament director. We are going to play on for now. There are dark clouds, so it does seem like there's going to be rain at some point today. Yeah, definitely some dark storm clouds there. 4-3. Mira to serve. First serve goes out from ANDREEVA. Umpire is saying that we're not going to resume play until the roof fully closes, so they're currently closing that roof. Umpire says to the crowd, we wait until roof is fully closed before resuming play, which gets a lot of applause for some reason. I don't think he did anything that impressive. Love 15. Congratulations to Daddy Medvedev, of course, second kid. Is it time for a Mexican wave? Hell yeah. You gotta get something going. This is getting, there's a bit of a slump here. Talking about momentum breaking. Gotta get something going on. Somebody shout something. Start some drama. Roof, I think, is just about closed. It's about to close in like 2 seconds. Left 15. Mira back to serving. The visuals are immediately very different of watching it indoors rather than outdoors. The lighting is so clearly different. 15 all, 14 seed taking on the unseeded BOUZKOVA. Hopefully no more delays. It is not going to rain inside, so we're good. Forehand way up high to the forehand of BOUZKOVA's forehand. Forehand inside out, back into BOUZKOVA, hits over it, back in Mira. That back in BOUZKOVA gets into the net. 15. Second serve from Mira. Backhand of Bouskova, great shot. Backhand Mira, forehand volley, forehand pass. That's too good from Mira. That's what I'm talking about. Mira, these points, it was almost like Bouskova was working a like a tight wire. What's it called? When somebody's a tightrope act? It was like she was working on a tightrope where she was like super high in the sky walking on a rope. It's like you're I mean, listen, it's good that you're making it work, but you can only make it work for so long. It's sustainability. Backhand. Oh, Andreeva is fantastic out of the corner. What a solid showing of movement from Andreeva to get there with ease to that backhand corner. Exquisite backhand cross court. 5-3. Hell of a shot. Apparently, Medvedev and Mira Andreeva went to the same academy, which is pretty interesting. Forehand. Ah, what speed from Andreeva. She is fast. Love 15. Or 15 love. Hey, how's it going, Jake? Recognize you from Twitter, from X. Good to see you too. Thanks for joining in. Which unseeded man, woman you got as a threat? Who do I have as a threat? I'll need to think about it. Unseeded men who I have as a threat. I'll give it a thought. I mean, obviously, no, Pechi Pericard is seeded. He's like number 30 or something. I don't think he's as big of a threat personally as some people seem to think he is. Like he's this unstoppable force that people like. Serve bots don't generally win slams. Let's just be honest, right? So until I see it, I'm not gonna believe it. Like even like going that far in slams, that's just not a common thing. So I'm not picking him to be that big of a factor here. If it happens, that's great, but I'm not gonna pick that. Backing down the line, forehand of Andreeva, forehand of Bouskova. So forehand of Andreeva down the line, backhand of Bouskova across court, backhand of Andreeva. Some great backhand angles going on here. Backhand down the line, goes to forehand of Bouskova, that's in the net. Level is quite good. This is the level in this first set has been really, really good. It was always going to be one of the highest level first round matches. Looking at the names here, two players that have been in the top 25 in the world in very recent times. I mean, Andreeva very recent, as she is currently in the top 25 in the world, in the top 15 in the world. 15-30, 2 points away from the set on Bouskova's serve. I should have said 6-3, 7-5. I really sold myself. I was gonna say it, and then I switched it to 6-2. 30 all. Because I reckon that might happen. But let's see. It sucks when you sell yourself. Like, damn. It's like one thing to do to other people, but man. I should have said 6-3, 7-5. That would have made more sense anyway. But serve from Bouskova. It's a very clear let. 30 all. First serve coming. Yeah, during the changeover, Joseph, I'll look at the draws and tell you who I have as unseeded threats. Second serve coming here from Bouskova. 43 minutes into this first set. Feels like we're anticipating this 30 all point for about 3 minutes. Back in Andreeva goes to the forehand of Bouskova. Great angle there off the forehand. Well handled by Andreeva with a forehand pass. Back in volley, nearly a great shot, but hell of a point by Andreeva. Not easy, I'll tell you that much. 30-40. Set point for the young Russian. 18 years of age in April. One of the most impressive teenagers that we've had in the sport in a while. You think of Goff, you think of Alcaraz, you think of Sinner even, but or Anisimova, even Shapo, even though nothing came of it. Backhand, that's in the net from Bouskova. Nothing is mean, but still got time. 6-3 for ANDREEVA, who wins the first set. 6-3. We're on our way to the second set now. Once again, please don't forget to like if you are liking it. Gaston took first set 6-2. Yeah, what's going on with the other scores? I haven't even been following anything. Gaston first set over Jessica. Arthur Fils currently losing to Virtanen by 1-2. Wow. Upset alert. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing else that really catches my eye. Fernandez is serving for the first set, which is cool. Nice. Okay, cool. All right, what was I going to say? Unseeded players that are threats. Unseeded players that are threats. Let me look it up. Look up the draw and I'll let you know. So unseeded players that are threats. Let me look at men's side first. Berrettini, 100%. Berrettini, 100%. Honestly, Alex Mickelson for me. I'd say Berrettini, Mickelson. Arnaldi, Nakashima, Fonseca. Although I don't think Fonseca is going to have a huge run here, I would mention him. That might be it. I don't really know what to think about Opelka. So I'm not going to even mention him. Oh, and Artur Kazau. I'll mention Kazau as well. I kind of didn't even see Kazau before. But yeah, so Kazau, who else did I say? Kazau and Kazau, Fonseca, Arnaldi, Nakashima, Mickelson, and Berrettini. Those are my unseeded threats. All those players are threatening on a tennis court. Women's side, I would say unseeded threats, like real threats. So I'd like person's gonna say Sloane Stevens, but she's got Sabalenka in the first round. I don't think that anything's gonna come of that right now. Vondrousova is always a threat. Kenin is a threat. Osaka is a big one. Osaka is the biggest one. Garcia is a threat. Bencic is a threat. Who else? Kostyuk is a threat. Who else? Peyton Stearns is a threat. Nisimova is a threat. So yeah, I'd mention them. And Nisimova, Raducanu could be a second round. That would be fun. Sinyakova is a threat, kind of. Although she's got Swiatek, so that doesn't really matter. A lot of threats on the women's side. Men's side, I named like 6 or 7, but I think those are all decent threats. Is Opelka 100%? No idea. I don't think anybody is because the season is ridiculous at the moment. And we're playing two-week Masters that's making everybody injured, and it's stupid. Bencic, Ostapenko, round 1, unreal. Yeah, it's crazy. It's a really good tournament. This is a really good tournament. There's a lot of fun stuff to watch. This is a great first round. Like, there's a lot of great first rounds. Back in, out, forehand to Bouskova, forehand to Andreeva. Back in Bouskova, goes to forehand to Andreeva down the line. Back in Bouskova, drop shot. Andreeva's there, pushes it down the line. It's an exquisite shot to start off the second set. That's a statement being made from Mira. And I said 7-5. With a shots like that, it might not even go that close. Hell of a shot. If you've played tennis, you know how hard it is. If you haven't played tennis, you should know how hard it is. So if you're from Andreeva. Backhand cross court goes to the backhand of Bouskova. Backhand of Andreeva. Good height on that, making it a little bit tough. But yeah, and those high balls are really she's going to really test Bouskova when she's using her variety from the backcourt and using those high balls, especially to the backhand. Because the way that Bouskova hits that backhand, I don't think she's going to like those high balls. She just missed one there. Forehand goes to the forehand of Andreeva, down the middle. Backhand of Bouskova goes to the backhand of Andreeva. Backhand to backhand. Backhand down the line goes to the forehand of Bouskova. Forehand of Andreeva goes to the forehand of Bouskova. That's in the net. 40 love. Yeah, Benchit is awesome. Those are two of my favorite players too. Like those are, I mean, not just two of my favorites. Those are either top 3 or top 5 favorites for me. If I was to name favorite women's players at the moment. Yeah, because Rybakina used to be that high. Those might be top 3. Benchit, Ostapenko, and Fernandez. Now, Coco's got to be high up there too, but I also really quite like Pegula. But I don't know. Those might, like Anisimova I like quite a bit. So if you count Anisimova, like top 4. Forehand of Bouskova goes to the backhand of Andreeva. Backhand of Andreeva down the line, pulled for a winner, 30-15. 30-15, Bouskova serving. Appreciate you guys tuning in, by the way, everybody watching. I hope that you guys show up for the semifinals and finals. I'm excited. I hope that Quality Shot Tennis gets those the views for the streams up again. It was so fun when we were getting those big streams like during the slams, during the Olympics. So hopefully we get some of those a lot of people to join in and chatting in the chats and watching and stuff. It'd be great. I appreciate everybody joining in, and yeah, we got Nishikori right on after this too. Good shot from Andreeva there, 30 all. That's going to be Nishikori versus Montero. I think it's going to be good. Nishikori is always fun to watch, and it's exciting to see what he's going to do, what he's going to look like here. Forehand cross court to the forehand of Andreeva, down the line, back into Bouskova. The angles in this match are absurd. Great placement from both. Forehand inside out, back into Andreeva, cross court, goes to the backhand of Bouskova. Backhand of Andreeva down the middle, backhand slice of Bouskova. Forehand chip, goes to the backhand of Bouskova down the line. Forehand, kind of a strange one, goes to the forehand of Bouskova, hits a bit harder. Backhand inside out is a good one. What a rally. Forehand missed out. The crowd is getting their money's worth. I tell you what, these are great points. It seems like they're great points though, but with the, I don't know, it seems like Andreeva is going to win this match. It's my feeling. I don't really have that much more to say. It just feels like Andreeva is going to win this match. But break point for Andreeva at 0-1. She could win the tournament. That's how I feel. I feel like Mira could win the tournament. I don't know if she will, but she could. Backhand cross court, goes to the backhand of Bouskova. Backhand of Andreeva. Goes out. She did beat Sabalenka in a slam last year at the French. But it's going to be tough. Goff, Sabalenka, Swiatek, Rybakina. A lot of good players to beat, if that was to even be possible. Pegula. The WTA field is stacked. But I feel like the ATP field is also pretty stacked now, especially with players like Fonseca and Menzik coming up. There's so many good players. Great serve from Bouskova. Backhand of Andreeva. Potentially an important point starting off the second set. Backhand to backhand rally. Bit of a moon ball from Andreeva. Moon ball from Bouskova back. We're playing juniors. Backhand. Down the line goes to the forehand of Andreeva. Forehand of Bouskova goes to the forehand of Andreeva. Forehand of Andreeva. Kills it down the line. We're playing juniors, and the junior wins the point. But the forehand killer strike down the line. We're playing juniors. We're playing juniors. Break point. Good stuff, though. I mean, she's building out. They're both trying to build out the points, and Andreeva just has more ways to finish the points. More variety. That's what I said earlier. What did I say? Andreeva has a higher ceiling, and Bouskova is going to be left on the floor. Closer to the floor. Still a great player, but Andreeva has a higher ceiling. No doubt. Forehand down the middle. Goes to forehand of Bouskova. Backhand for a pass. Oh, she made it! Not well left by Bouskova. It was very close, though. I'd like to see the call here. I guess it's splat on the line. The way, I don't know. I kind of understand why Bouskova left it, but she should have hit it. It's nerves, too. You're like, man, I hope this is going out. Like, surely my opponent isn't making this shot. Like, I can't. It's almost like in your mind, you're like, man, I hope my opponent isn't able to make this shot, because then I have no chance of winning. So let me let this go out, and then, like, if it goes out, then I still have a chance. Let me see if I have a chance here. I don't know. That's just like a mental thing, I think. I don't know. Who wouldn't be here? David singing brings the peeps in. Hell yeah. We got singing on the channel, though. Like, I don't know. I like to sing, too. I just released an album, actually, kind of. Not really, but I released, like, it's a weird project, but I released a project where I'm singing all the songs and stuff. It's like a parody album, but, yeah, David and me both enjoy singing, so I like it. Backhand. We can keep you guys entertained with more than just us speaking about tennis and being, tennis, commentators for the matches. We can also be whatever. We can multitask, sing and commentate. Forehand chip. More skills is better than one. Forehand of Bouskova down the line. Goes to the backhand slice of Andreeva. Oh, right at the feet of Bouskova. That's an exquisite volley. I don't care that she missed. It was great. 40 love. Bouskova's got great hands. She missed that just. That was still a great attempt. But it's just, I don't know. Her ceiling for singles is just much lower than Andreeva. Andreeva has way more options. Bouskova's playing with a video game controller that has like 2 buttons. That's a bit rude, but the point is Mira is playing with a video game controller that has like 100 buttons. 3-0, really breaking through here. It started with that first huge shot to start off the set, really set the tone, and she's been playing great tennis since. 3-0 for the young Russian. And this is just 2 out of 3 on the women's side. We got Nishikori up next, which I will be streaming as well against Tiago Monteiro, which is fun. The other channel has songs for players. Yeah. 59 minutes in. What are the stats like? What are the stats like? What are the stats for the match? Good. Not good. Good. Great. 69% first serves in, 78% first serve points won. Very good from Mira. Very, very good. I hope it has winners and unforced, please. Okay, nice. Yeah, so that's about right. That seems pretty accurate. For the slams, it seems like the stats are more accurate for some reason. This seems pretty accurate. Nice. It's like pretty good, or pretty good ranging to very good from Mira, and Bouskova just too many errors and not really able to control the play and dictate the play and do what she wants to do. So, all good. Nishikori, I reckon, will beat Monteiro. But Monteiro on his day just plays amazing for some reason. Monteiro is that guy who just like shows up like once a year and just plays like some of the best tennis on tour. But whether that'll be the day today, I don't know. They also had the shot of the year last year that, I don't know if you guys saw it, but was awarded the shot of the year by Tennis TV. That tweener that he hit for a lob. I reckon for me, I still think the shot of the year was Sinner's dive. Honestly, I don't think I saw a better shot all year last year than not the dive against Mirajon, but the dive against Greek Sport in Halle. Also, her catch a shot against Sinner in Halle where he hit it over the shoulder is also incredible. But with that shot, he had time if he wanted to run around it and hit it as just like a regular forehand. It's not like it's not like that was an impossible shot to return, but the way he managed to hit it for a winner just right away was incredible, an incredible skill. But yeah, Sinner's shot was incredible because not only was it like just an amazing get, but he had a flat out winner off of it. Like it was an unbelievable get and it was an unbelievable winner. You only get a shot like that every so often. Deserved the attention that it got. For me, that was the shot of the year, but I think there was already a better shot this year. Hurkacz's dive against, was it like a dive against Fritz or whatever, where he ended up on the floor at full stretch half volley? That's one of the greatest shots I've ever seen. He lost that match, but Hurkacz gets away with just a miraculous shot every now and again. Guy's like the most talented serve bot ever. He'll like only hit serves and the greatest shots of all time. Backhand goes to the backhand of Bouskova. Backhand cross court. Forehand Bouskova's there. Alcaraz would have gotten the next shot and hit a winner. But it's too good. 30-15. Andreeva in full cruise control. Let me know what you guys think is the best shot last year, women's or men's. Thoughts on Vekic, new coach? I haven't seen that, to be honest. Vekic got who did Vekic get as a coach? I didn't see that news story. I don't know who that is. I know who Vekic is. I don't know who her new coach is. I would love to see Vekic go on another deep run at Wimbledon. That semifinal against Paolini last year was a classic. I think that's one of the greatest Wimbledon matches of all time, at least on the women's side. Incredible match. I'd love to see Vekic have a deep run to a final, at least, at Wimbledon. I picked her to get to that Wimbledon semifinal, which is one of my picks I'm proudest of that I've done in a drop preview. 30-all. Mira could completely crack this open. Forehand cross court goes to the forehand of Bouskova. Forehand slice is just wicked. That's an even more wicked shot from Bouskova. As she closes in on the net with a forehand slice volley. Chopped cross court. 40-30. That forehand slice is really a great shot from Mira. Slice and Dyson reminds you of a young Steffi Graf, maybe. Some comparisons to be made anyway. Well, maybe not until she wins a calendar slam. It's coming. It's coming for sure. Oh, backhand. Bouskova keeps hitting just ridiculous angles off the backhand. 3-1. I mean, Mira was out of the point anyway. She should have attempted it around the net shot. It's the second time I've said that. But that angle was so absurd. Sometimes I feel like maybe the around the net shot is the best shot. If you're skillful enough to hit it, like maybe that's the open court. I don't know. She was gonna miss that shot anyway because it was such an absurd shot from Bouskova. But 3-1 here for Andreeva serving. I don't know. I just love seeing crazy shots. Serve from Andreeva out wide. Forehand of Andreeva goes to the backhand of Bouskova. Andreeva can't clear the net, so left 15. I was mentioning on another stream, I'm going to be traveling a lot this year, hopefully. I'm currently making plans, so we'll see how everything goes and how everything turns out. But I'd like to travel to Wimbledon and French and Roland Garros, and potentially other tournaments. So if that happens, let me know what tournaments you guys are going to be at so that we can interact and stuff. I saw Peaches at the U.S. Open, which was amazing. I'd love to do more of that and meet some of you guys in person. Backhand winner from Andreeva catches the baseline, 15-all. $15-all. Serve from Mira. Backhand goes to the forehand of Andreeva. Forehand of Bouskova goes to the forehand of Andreeva. Slice. Backhand Bouskova. Backhand of Andreeva. Backhand Bouskova. Backhand of Andreeva. Slice. Oh, Bouskova's going to hate herself. She's been making every volley in. Well, not every volley, but she's been every simple volley she's made in. That was simple. That was a simple volley, and she missed it into the net. In the point where it mattered the most, she's going to hate herself for that. She's going to be hitting herself for that. 30-15 for Andreeva. That could be the, I don't know. Forehand to Bouskova goes out. Just mentally, just not good from Bouskova when it matters the most, right? 40-15. All right, let's do this. If you guys could choose any player of the 128 players currently in the draw on the men's side or the women's side to win the whole tournament, anyone, who would you choose? It can be anyone. It can even be for like a funny reason. Like, could you imagine if this person won? Like, but if you could choose any one name, who would you choose? On the men's side, I go Grigor Dimitrov because I can't even describe how much I'd love to see him win a slam for so many reasons. First of all, we got to watch 7 matches of Dimitrov playing, and he's one of the most fun players to watch above anything. Not above anything, but serve Andreeva goes to the backhand of Bouskova, backhand of Andreeva goes to the backhand of Bouskova, forehand of Andreeva, inside out, backhand of Bouskova way up high, forehand of Andreeva, backhand of Bouskova, backhand of Andreeva down the line, forehand of Bouskova, backhand of Andreeva, it's in the net, deuce, suddenly. On the woman's side, if I could choose anybody, I don't know. I'd have to give it a think. No, I know. Yeah, I would give it to Anisimova, I think. Anisimova. Or Fernandez. No, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see Anisimova get one. Yeah, I do Anisimova and Dimitrov. I'm only choosing Grigor because JJ Wolf's not in the draw. Let me make that clear. Oh, Bouskova gets it. Forehand drive volley put away. Hell of a get by Bouskova, though. Advantage to Andreeva, though. She puts away the drive volley, forehand cross court. Sasha Badgen, Serena's former hitting partner. Ooh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, then she's obviously going to win 24 slams, just like Serena. I'm joking, but yeah, I mean, good. I hope that works out. Vekic is one of my favorite players, honestly. Oh, backhand volley just missed it wide. That was very close. Ooh, missed it by just like a couple millimeters. Maybe more like half an inch, but very close. Deuce. Now, I don't know. Bouskova wins this game. Suddenly, Mira's still relatively inexperienced in some situations. You never know. Bouskova is that kind of player that will keep fighting. Was that volley earlier in the game just some nerve she needed to get out? I don't know. Who knows? Backhand cross court, backhand Bouskova. Oh, she just missed the backhand down the line. I just feel like Mira's too good here. I don't know. I don't think this can get overly conflict. I don't think this can get overly complicated for Andreeva. Advantage to Mira. Serve. Kick serve. Brings the MPHs down on the serve. Forehand down the line goes to the forehand of Andreeva. Forehand of Bouskova goes to the forehand of Andreeva. Hell of a slice. Her forehand slice is outrageous. Forehand cross court. Forehand cross court from Bouskova. The rallies are so good. Backhand lob. That's going to go out. Hell of a point from Bouskova. But that forehand slice from Mira is mind-blowing. She might have the greatest forehand slice ever. Like, who can hit that shot? Like, she has such great variety, Mira. Like, who else even hits that shot? Let alone has a good version of it. Mira is so skillful. She's so skilled. She's like she's so complete. She's just endlessly exciting as a player. Like, I just can't I can't overstate how much I hope and how much I think that Mira is the next great player. We'll see if it happens, but she's just got the full package. And she's fun to watch. I enjoy watching her. She needs a rival. Every player needs a rival too, but she's got some. Sriyantek. We saw how good that rivalry can be when it went 7-5 in the third, whatever tournament that was. I don't remember. ANDREEVA maybe or something? I don't know. I've been Washington even. I'm not sure. I don't know if Sriyantek played Washington. Whatever tournament that was, though. Great match. Back in BOUZKOVA, still defending and trying to fight for every ball on break point, but she doesn't get that one there. Mira ANDREEVA dictating. Want to see Rublev win a major or de Minaur. Alex de Minaur would be fun. Alex de Minaur would be fun. Yeah, that's cool about Rublev too. I would love to see him fulfill the potential that I know that he has. I guess Alex de Minaur would be in my top 5 or 10 players. Gael Monfils obviously would be exciting. It'd be exciting to have like the most random possible player in the draw win it, kind of like Raducanu. Just find some random qualifier you've never really heard of. Forehand down the line. I feel like that's an important point. Backhand down the line. It's going to go out. I feel like it's now or never right here for BOUZKOVA. That's how I feel. BOUZKOVA better break on this second break point here, or maybe Mira is just a little bit too much right now. She's just kind of hitting unforced errors, but first serve is a let. Something that I think that should get out of professional tennis. I don't think we need lets. There's no reason to have them. Just slows down the play. Lets are so boring. When you hit it, when a let happens, you're like, why do we want to keep anything in the sport that does that when it's unnecessary? Forehand down the line goes to the backhand of Mira. Forehand of BOUZKOVA goes to the forehand of Mira. Backhand of BOUZKOVA cross court. Backhand slice Mira. Smash from BOUZKOVA put away. What did I say? Now or never. And she says now or never with that smash. She says now. And that's a powerful now. 2-3. She breaks back. 28 minutes into this second set. All right, I'll be back in a minute for this next game. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back. Here we go. Novak doesn't like Aussie food. Apparently, we poisoned him. Yeah. That story just keeps getting crazier and crazier. 20 years from now, Joseph, Novak's going to be like, oh, man, you don't even know the half of what happened. Like, that's just got to be the craziest story in tennis history, that whole deportation. Everything about it. Everything about it. The fact that Novak won his initial case just makes it even like so much crazier. Like that makes it crazier by a tenfold. The fact that he was traveling to Australia, just everything about it. Right off the baseline, BOUZKOVA. She's not really able to handle these high balls and then find herself in an aggressive position, BOUZKOVA. Roar from ANDREEVA as she gets to left 15. The 15 here, Boutzkova serving. Backhand of ANDREEVA goes to the backhand drop shot. Boutzkova, ANDREEVA gets there. Forehand volley, great speed from ANDREEVA, but Boutzkova with the roar herself. Now we're getting something. It's been a good match. Some good points. I like the fight from Boutzkova here. I don't know how ANDREEVA got to this one, but Boutzkova went a little bit too light on that backhand, kind of hit over it a little bit too much. Just didn't expect Mira to even be trying for it, but hell of a get, though. I don't know. I feel like this is another big point somehow. Backing down the line, goes the backhand of Boutzkova, backhand of ANDREEVA with her shot of the match. That's a backhand pulled DTL down the line. Just beautiful. Hell of a shot from ANDREEVA. Impressive. ANDREEVA misses that return, 30-all. I really like the way ANDREEVA conducts herself on court, though. She's even just watching her, she's so locked in. Like, yes, she does have like she shows off her temper every once in a while. Might chuck a racket, but she's like, but yeah, she might miss a shot and then she just like goes back to like, she's focused. It's obvious she really cares about giving her all and really staying in the moment. That means a lot more to me than I don't care what you're doing. Like, I don't care if you're like smashing your racket or like, as a player, as long as you're really focused and trying your best and able to fight well in matches, I don't care what you're doing. Like, literally, I don't care. I mean, as long as you're being, you know, not screaming at, you know, at people who you don't know or something, like an umpire, but or being unsafe. But great game there from ANDREEVA, gets the break, 4-2. But that's why I'd say about ANDREEVA. Like, yeah, she can chuck a racket every now and again, but she's clearly locked in. It's not like Kyrgios, right? Kyrgios might throw a racket and then he gives up. Like, if Mira Andreeva ever does that, then you know that you're not watching Mira Andreeva. You're watching Kyrgios. Wrong player. You know that in US Open 70s, there were crazy things happening. How you mean? We got a kitten. Ooh. I want to see pics. I don't know how I would see pics. You can send them to my Twitter at Anthony's_tennis. I'd love to see it. Hi, guys. It's the Happy Slam. Here we go. Hell yeah. 27 months member. There you go. You gotta be one of our old, like, longest members. No doubt about it, I would think. Oh, Mira Jess keeps that forehand in the court. 30 love. 6 points away. I will be calling Nishikori versus Thiago Monteiro right after this. Jera, I was asking earlier, number one, do you have any opinions about how this tournament is going to go, whether who's going to win it, something, just any kind of like hot take that you have? Also, if you could choose one player, men's side or women's side, to win the whole thing, who are you choosing? Any player. It doesn't have to be a top player. Any player. I chose, who did I choose? Dimitrov and Anisimova. If Dimitrov and Anisimova both win this tournament, I would be over the moon. Because both those players, like, well, it's kind of funny because both those players have the same thing as people when they were super young. People thought that they were gonna be this great thing. And Anisimova still could be. And I mean, Dimitrov is, right? I mean, he got to world number 3 and won the ATP finals, but people thought he was going to be a major champion. Both of them. Backing down the line. I mean, the way she redirects that backhand, then the forehand slice. It's just the backhand slice. Are you joking? Oh, what a point. That might be one of the best points the first week, or at least of the day. Hell of a point there. The backhand redirected down the line, and then the forehand slice coming in, and then that get off the volley. And then the pass. Every shot there was great. I don't know. Maybe not one of the rallies of the first week, but one of the rallies of the day. I have no doubt about that. That's going to go out. So it's break point for BOUZKOVA. And that's what I mean. Even there, ANDREEVA misses that shot. Important point. She doesn't freak out. Because she knows if you freak out, that negative energy is going to come right to you in this 30-40 point, especially when there's just a 25-second serve clock or whatever. You don't need that. Negative energy is just expendable energy. You might as well use it for something positive, or at least not negative. Bit of thunder makes Mira catch her ball toss and hits her racket against the ground. ANDREEVA as BOUZKOVA gets another break back. Yet again. 3-4. Anthony, I'm on Twitter. Let me know where you're at, because that'd be cool. I'd like to see it. Medvedev is my man for this tournament. That's a hot take. I love it, though. I've been saying that people are not looking at him, and he's been in 3 Australian Open finals in the past. So he's somebody to look at. So I like that pick. Verdinen is 1 set up against Feast. I don't know what Feast is doing. I'm watching. Ooh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, let me I'm gonna find some other matches too. Fernandez is currently playing too, right? Ooh, when I was naming favorite women's players, I forgot about Zhang. She's got to be high up there for me too. Like at one point last year, she was my favorite player. Maybe only behind Fernandez. He's currently serving for the first set. So many good matches. Happy Slam for a reason. So many matches to watch. Yeah, a lot of great matches going on at the moment. Another one will be Nishikori on after this, so excited for that. By the way, I predicted the Australian Open men's singles picks. I picked completely by accident, like exactly the same thing that Gilchrist predicted. It's like the same. I don't know how it even happened, but it's like the same somehow. Which made me sad because I was like not that happy about it when I found out that our final weekends were exactly the same, even though I thought it was kind of cool because it was so crazy. But then I found out that he also picked Mahat to beat Djokovic, which really surprised me because I thought nobody else was going to pick that. The only other draw preview I saw was really, I only kind of saw the last 4 semifinal and final that Faison predicted. But then I look at Gil's today, and I see that he picked too. I was like, oh my God. I guess that means that I'm doing something right because I respect Gil's takes a lot. But we didn't just pick the same semis and final. We picked the same number of sets. And yes, I chose my picks after him, but they were fully and completely independent of what he chose. Maybe only if I like sleepwalked and watched his video while I was asleep. But they were completely independent of what he said. But somehow I chose the exact same winners and the exact same freaking number of sets won. So I don't know how that happened. But I was actually glad to see that he picked Mahat over Novak. Because that means that pick isn't that crazy. But it's not because he, like I said in the draw preview, Novak lost 3rd round to Poprin. But it's not like we picked that crazy players to get to the last stages. We picked the top 4 seeds. So also, if you have Sinner, Alcaraz in the final, who are the top 2 seeds, then Sinner in 4 sets is kind of the standard take, probably, right? So it kind of makes sense, but it was really funny actually. The one that surprised me the most was Alcaraz over Zverev in 5 sets. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, what is going on? Is this my video? But yeah, anyway, that was so funny to see that. All right, here we go. ANDREEVA here at 15:30, 3-4. BOUZKOVA serving. Back in. ANDREEVA way up high. Smash. Oh my God, the worst smash of the whole tournament. $15.40. BOUZKOVA's been so good at the net, except for when it matters. That's just what it is. 1540, 2 break points. Bouskova's been so good except for when it matters, and she's going to be hitting herself for that. 2 break points for ANDREEVA, and if she breaks here, she's not going to get broken again. It's going to be match over. I think. I don't think Bouskova's got a third one in her. Return in the net from ANDREEVA, 30-40. We'll see, though. And we'll see if ANDREEVA breaks here. Rude will play soon, which is why I'm awake at 2:37. Hell yeah. Rooting for your countryman. It's awesome. So I'm going to do a rain dance. Rude might be my favorite player. Rude maybe overtook Sinner at the moment. I don't know. I really enjoy Casper's game. I quite like Menzik too. Menzik is growing on me as a player. But Rude is probably my... Rude or Sinner, I don't know. Rude and Sinner. Forehand squash shot. Forehand way up high. The forehand of ANDREEVA. Bouskova's still there. Forehand chip. Backing down the line. Goes to the forehand of ANDREEVA. Forehand cross court. The way Bouskova's gone from defense to offense, insane. Forehand drop shot. Oh! Brilliant point for Bouskova. I have a feeling that might be the point of the day that you might find, and I hope that it is, because the point of the day deserves to be from this match. They've had some great rallies. Hell of a point. That forehand slice, and then the way that some of these angles that Bouskova is carving up is great. ANDREEVA kind of, she shouldn't have gone for a drop shot right there. She should have like built out the point a little bit more, found one more ground stroke, and maybe found a little bit more of an angle to get a little bit more, I don't know, like find a little bit, be able to carve a little bit better of an angle, but and get the measurements of the court right and everything. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it was a great point for Bouskova. And then she misses the backhand, the net at deuce. Easy backhand. Break point number 3 coming. Relatively easy. Still a hell of a point. And that was 25 shots, so Mira could have been getting tired, or she was just tired of Bouskova's nonsense getting to every ball, which is valid. So she was a bit of a Hail Mary. Hell of a point there. But it's ANDREEVA again with a break point. Can Bouskova do it again? By the way, guys, once again, please do not forget to like if you guys are enjoying it. And don't forget to sub if you're new. I'll be streaming more throughout the event. Back and cross court goes to the backhand of Mira. Backhand of Bouskova goes to the backhand of ANDREEVA. Backhand Bouskova. Going backhand and backhand. Slice now from ANDREEVA. Goes to the backhand of Bouskova way up high. Backhand of ANDREEVA cross court. Backhand of Bouskova goes to the backhand of ANDREEVA. Steps in down the line. Forehand squash shot. Backhand ANDREEVA. Oh, I thought surely it's game over. But why did ANDREEVA wait so much and then take the pace off the backhand? That was such a strange shot. She just like took a step backwards for apparently no reason. No apparent reason. Hour and 29 minutes into the match. Serve here from Bouskova. I mean, if I was ANDREEVA, it would be hard for me to get that last point out of my head. So she might really want to get the job done here in these next 2 games, including this one. Backhand down the line, forehand to Bouskova. Forehand of ANDREEVA. Side out, backhand. That's going to go out. Advantage to ANDREEVA. If you guys were to rate this match so far, the quality of this match so far from 1 to 10, what would you guys say? I'm curious. I think it's been pretty good. I don't know. For me, I think it's been pretty good. Definitely not perfect. I'd give it like a 7.5. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe an 8, but probably a 7.5 or a 7. 7.5 sounds good. Because I think it's been good, in my opinion. Definitely not perfect, though. Not even close. So maybe like a 7, actually. I'll go 7. But it's like a 7 that's pretty good. 7 is pretty good. Forehand inside out, back into Bouskova. It's the back end of ANDREEVA. Back in Bouskova. Again, cross court to the back end of ANDREEVA. Back in Bouskova down the line. Forehand of ANDREEVA. Back in Bouskova slice. The back end slice of ANDREEVA. So just really great rallies, though. That catches the baseline from ANDREEVA, or right in front of the baseline, back end down the line. Suddenly we're playing lots of long rallies. I don't think Bouskova will mind. Break point. This got to be the longest rally of the match. We must be past 25 at this point. Backhand cross court. Backhand of ANDREEVA pulls it down the line, and a huge roar heard all around Melbourne. 5-3 in a 63 shot rally. No, I don't think it was 63 shots, but I felt like that was like 25, 30 plus. How many shots was that? Why is oh my God, it always annoys me so much. The people who are in control of the visuals never show the things they're supposed to be showing. Like, whenever there's a great point, they never show the right things during the replay. They should be showing the number of shots that was. Apparently, it doesn't matter. Who cares, right? Break point, one of the most important pivotal rallies of the match, longest rally of the match, probably, not even showing the number of shots it was. Wow. Interesting. 6.5 is the average rally length in this set. That's absurd. Like, I know that might not sound like a lot, but that's all for an average rally. That's crazy. 6.5. Like, let's just say 7. 7 shots average. That could include an ace. That could be anything. It's going to go out from ANDREEVA. That's one of the longest that you'll see, I think. Only in a Cerebus Tormo match you'll see Haddad Maya. You'll see longer. Wozniacki. Kerber, maybe. Bouskova just definitely really hasn't looked happy during the match, which is not really a great sign. You got to be happy while you're playing a little bit. If you're not enjoying yourself at all, you're not going to win. There's kind of the rule. If you're finding no joy from the match, you're not going to win. It's hard to tell just from body language, but she could just be really locked in and trying. Who knows? But she hasn't looked that excited to be out there. But it's the rule of the game. If you're not enjoying the game, you're going to lose. I mean, it's just true this is a game. We're watching a game in a really highly elevated place. It's a tournament, but it's a game. You got to enjoy a game. Or else, what are we doing? You should, because it would be nice if you're enjoying it. But also, that's how you win, is if you're enjoying it. Because if you're miserable, then that's going to get in the way. Even if you're just like not happy, it's going to get in the way. You're just like, why are you playing? That's going to go out from Bouskova. Match point for Mira Andreeva, the 17-year-old, to get to the second round in Melbourne. Be one of the first people through to the second round. Serve down the tee. Back in Andreeva, cross court, goes to the backhand slice of Bouskova. Forehand volley put away. Andreeva with a very solid win. Love to see it. 6-3, 6-3, 2 sets. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll have Nishikori versus Montero up next. So definitely join in for that. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm about to do Nishikori versus Montero. All right, I'm going to head out, give myself some time. Thank you guys for joining in. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. All that stuff. Alcaraz at his best is lights out tennis. Yeah, absolutely. Sweet. All right, I'll see you guys. Nishikori Montero. Let me do the cue the music. All right. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Join in for Nishikori.